Привіт, це спецпроект про Євробачення від телеканалу СТБ і я, Владимир Бирюков. В цьому році дуже багато журналістів будуть працювати окремо від Євробачення і не прилетять до Роттердаму, адже такі правила під час карантину. Але це їм ніяк не заважає високо оцінювати конкурсантів. Що мене тішить? За останні 5 років, як я прилітав до саме Євробачення, то чув схвальні відгуки від делегацій та преси стосовно українського національного відбору, який спільно робить телеканал СТБ та ЮА Перший. До речі, в минулому році в нас була рекордна явка медійників. Майже 200 людей прилетіло, тобто журналісти та фани, які працювали у прес-зоні. І нас навіть порівняли зі шведським мелоді-фестивалем. І це реально круто. І зараз пропоную послухати певні думки від представників делегацій та преси. Що вони думають про український відбір та пісню «Шум».
Hello, Ukraine.
Hey!
Vidbeer is such a good selection. It is so strong, and it's because of the staging partly. There's always epic staging. Every act feels different, special, and also the drama between the judges. I love when Jamala doesn't agree.
I've got an uncomfortable question for you, girl.
There's always drama, and I love when Andre doesn't agree with Jamala and vice versa.
Yeah. We should go to Vidbeer, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I love about Vidbeer as well is that a lot of it's not just the winners. Like, we remember Kayak.
Tayana.
Yeah, absolutely. Hard Kiss, even.
Oh, epic.
Great, great, great. And, you know, we love it. We've seen some of the most iconic performances from Vidbeer. Maroof's da-da-da-da. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Я слежу регулярно за украинским национальным отбором с той поры, когда ОА Перший и СТБ совместно стали его проводить. Это шоу очень качественно поставлено, и представленная музыка очень разнообразна. И все это делает шоу интересным не только для украинского, но и для европейского зрителя.
Yes, I usually follow the different national selection for Eurovision from the different countries, the Ukrainian one too. From my point of view, organized and national selection is good, because you have different options to choose the best one. But if the internal selection is appropriate and competitive, why not? I agree also with this way to choose the entry for a country.
I have been following Ukrainian selections since 2016, when it became Vidbeer. Every year I was discovering new artists that I have never heard before, and I still listen to them to this day. I think that viewers also had a big range of music styles presented to them every year, so everyone could choose something they like. In my opinion, it was fair to give band Go a chance to go to Eurovision this year without a national final, but I'm waiting for Vidbeer to return next year.
This year, Ukraine haven't made the national selection Vidbeer. What is somehow sad for me, because Vidbeer was one of my favorite national shows in whole Europe. For me it was like very good, because it presented a lot of really good artists from Ukraine and really good music that was not especially composed in Eurovision genre, but more like following the very good trends, the modernity, but still it paid a lot of attention to some folk, like Goa made last year, and happily they won, so I am very happy that we can hear them at Eurovision this year.
I were several times at Vidbeer, many occasions, and as a former Czech head of delegation, we were sending our acts in cooperation with Ukrainian TV to being part of Vidbeer. It was a great cooperation, and it really helped our artists to find out what it means to go in front of cameras, being watched by millions of people, and just being part of this competition world. As in Czech Republic, we don't have such a show in here, and it was very essential to have this kind of friendly cooperation, as it was really helpful. And I found out how Ukrainians do TV, like lots of Czech professionals should really learn from it, as it's a great example. It can be done even in the conditions which maybe looks a bit smaller than expected, but the television, the world which goes through the camera to the television. That's fantastic, like absolutely fantastic. Hands up, you know, hands down. Absolutely amazing work your guys doing every year. And what I really like is how you really keep on the selection process, how you keep people motivated to send you the quality songs, not just, you know, the Eurovision kind of songs which you would like to say, but many types of genres. And that's what makes Vidber very special. It's one of the best selections Europe has. It was a bit pity that you didn't do it this year, but of course Goa won last year. That's very honestly, or it's very nice from the TV to give the second chance to the band. I think that's what makes this year very special. Many countries did the same thing, and I think it's all right. And you know, they anyway proved the quality that probably they would want anyway.
Для меня самым сильным участником является группа ABBA, выигравшая конкурс в 1974 году с песней Роттердам. Эта композиция вошла в историю мировой поп-музыки прошлого столетия, и ее знают и любят люди, даже те, которые не знают и не любят Евровидение, и даже не подозревают, что эта песня каким-то образом связана с конкурсом. Если говорить о странах-победителях, то лично я считаю таковыми те страны, которые полностью используют информационный потенциал конкурса, для которых Евровидение является платформой, чтобы показать себя, свою культуру, рассказать Европе, да и всему миру о своей актуальной политической и общественной ситуации в стране. И одной из таких стран, конечно, является Украина, которая год за год в рамках своего выступления показывает, что сейчас занимает страну, как меняется ее культурный и общественный облик.
For me personally, the strongest song that there has ever been in Eurovision Song Contest actually comes from Ukraine, and it's 1944 by Jamala. I really mean it, and I still get goosebumps from listening to that song every single time. However, I would like to mention a couple of other songs that I really adore. Those would be Nocturne, performed by Secret Garden from Norway in 1995, and also Es il fallait le faire, performed by Patricia Kaz for France in 2009.
In my opinion, the strongest contestant in Eurovision is Loreen, the winner in 2012.
For me, of course, Jamala. She's perfect. I love her music, I love her attitude. She really knows how to make fun out of music. She experimented with lots of genres. Like she's a really complete artist, and of course, like she did it. She won for Ukraine, and that was great. I was very happy that time. And of course, she was my number one. So it was the first time ever that my number one won Eurovision, so you can imagine how happy I was that time.
I haven't followed Eurovision since 2016 or before this time, because in Czech Republic it's not really that popular. So, you know, I knew ABBA, I knew Celine Dion, I knew Conchita Wurst from tabloids, and I of course was overseeing. I really love Loreen, Euphoria. But in the context of the influential artists who really made it, you know, to the whole world, or had this potential, I would say very influential will be Duncan Lawrence. Very influential, or, you know, the complete character already at Eurovision was Mahmoud from Italy. Last year he wasn't winning, but his album is full of great music, which all can make it to the, like, almost winning the contest anyway, and which I think it's very important to have artists who are complete and just go with their best hit, instead of just have one hit and then, you know, you don't hear from them anything else, so you can't compare.
Jamala! Oh! There was a tree behind me. There's a big tree. Jamala, that moment where the tree...
When Strangers Are Coming, though.
Oh, it's a dark song. I think it's very poignant, very beautiful. She sang inside out. Do you know what I mean? Every time she sang this, she died because it was so powerful. And the tree moment is the best one. Yeah, no, it's the singular most powerful stage moment, I think, of any Eurovision song ever, when the tree grows.
But William, I know you love so many because you always talk about Annie Lorac's Shady Lady as well, which I know you love. You see, I like Ruslana's Wild Dances a lot, you know? That, yeah, there's so
Marka
many.
Serduchka.
Oh God, iconic.
You know what? And even when the song is not good, the staging is good.
Mika Newton.
2011. The song for me, no, but the staging, yes.
Alyosha Sweet People.
Oh, it was a nuclear winter song. Very tough.
Speaking of nuclear, Ortoval,
my God.
Melevin's Under the Ladder. I mean, there's
all
so
of them.
many.
They're just creative. They're very creative, the Ukrainian stage team.
Yeah.
I love Ukraine 2021. I think this is so unique. It has a Ukrainian folk sensibility, but then it's also at the club, you know, it's like, yeah!
Oh, wow. You see, I would agree with the first version, which I absolutely love. The second version, I'm not so sure. I am not so sure.
Most people who watch Eurovision won't have heard version 1. They will just think about version 2. And I love version 2.
Yes, I like the Ukrainian song because it's a different song. It's a remarkable entry for the ethnic sounds. A point, in my opinion, very important in a competition like Eurovision Song Contest with a final with 26 countries. In Eurovision, I think you should look for the difference, and Ukraine this year can get it. So it's easy to get a top 10.
I really like Ukrainian song at this year's Eurovision. I think it is original, has an interesting sound, and that is kind of music that I really enjoy and like seeing at a contest.
Yes, of course, it's like a great piece of music. It's like one of the best songs this year. I love this folk genre, and I think it's great that finally Ukraine decided to send a song in your own language.
This year with Shub, it was, you know, like, wow, Ukraine, like, how are you doing it? Each year sending a huge quality, you have a great national selection. Okay, this year you're pre-selected Goa again, which they won in 2020 in Vidbir, and this is just a huge quality. Even it's the, like, ethno-techno, you know, I love it. People around me, you know, who are not fans of Eurovision at all, they like it as well. They would never ever hear it. And Eurovision gave them a chance to find out a new band, and some of them, they're just going on repeat, not just with this song, but with many others from this band. And I think that's great. That's what Eurovision can really do if you just send something which really, really has the quality and something which has its own soul, its own spirit.
For me, Shum is all about reawakening, you know, living through winter and seeing spring and the world coming back to life. It's like the pandemic has put everything on hold. Everything has in a way been dead, but now we are coming back to life. In the music video, you see Chernobyl. That was a low point, but Ukraine rebuilt. Ukraine lived again. And so this song for me is hope.
And I love the fact that it's in the Ukrainian language.
Yeah.
It's great to have songs in traditional languages at Eurovision, and the Ukrainian language is such a beautiful language.
Хотя я, к моему большому сожалению, не говорю на украинском языке, я его немного понимаю, поэтому лично у меня не было особых проблем с понятием песни. Но я думаю, что даже зрители, которым абсолютно не знаком украинский язык, украинская речь, могут по клипу и по живому выступлению понять ее смысл, ее посыл. К тому же эмоция песни передается скорее через музыку, так что дословное понимание текста в рамках конкурса скорее вторично.
If the song is good, in my opinion, and it touches you, it doesn't matter if you understand or not the meaning of the lyrics, and the sounds of Shum are impressive. It is a very special entry. Also, if you like the song, you can always find the translation of the lyrics without any kind of problems.
I understand that it's more like about the wood noise, and then I was, you know, sad that it's some kind of a god of woods or something like this. When I saw the music video, the first one, I was like, it's more like a shum or the noise, the radioactive noise, you know, this effect. So, well, it can be whatever it is, it's just good. So that's how I understood it, that it's about to make noise.
The title of the song describes the song pretty well. There's a lot of noise. Music is universal language, and English is not needed for the song to be understood. I think many of the non-English Eurovision winning songs prove that.
For me, this is like very similar to traditional folk songs sung by Yaron Kagars many years ago. And last year I felt that it was like typical love song from like centuries back. And right now I feel that the song is more about like having fun, and maybe it's composed to forget about the whole COVID situation and have fun, have party, and concentrate of free our minds and free our bodies.
I think it's a great thing. You know, it's so good to have a language representative. Look, where else are you going to hear a Ukrainian song on the radio in the UK or in Ireland? It's great that Eurovision, everybody sits down to watch it, 170 million people around the world, and they can hear and connect with the power of the Ukrainian language and the emotion behind it.
We live in the UK, we don't want to hear more British music. That's why you watch Eurovision. It's to discover a new culture, new sounds. So ethnic, why not? We don't hear enough of this.
Я считаю, что это очень круто, когда на Евровидении по первым аккордам можно понять, представитель какой страны стоит на сцене. Зачастую это не так, и порой не разберешь, откуда участник из Швеции, из Австрии или из Великобритании. Песни пишут одни и те же композиторы, номера ставят одни и те же хореографы, и на суд зрителя представляется большое количество композиций, которые очень похожи друг на друга. Поэтому лично я всегда за то, чтобы этника вплеталась в представленную песню и таким образом давала ей национальный отличительный характер. В чистой форме фольклор может быть довольно сложным для восприятия внешнего зрителя, поэтому я считаю тот компромисс, который для своего творчества нашла группа Гоэй, очень удачен. В основе песни лежит ярко выраженный украинский фольклор, но аранжировка современна и интернациональна. С одной стороны, это показывает культурное наследство Украины, а с другой стороны, развитие культуры и музыки этой страны в настоящем и в будущем.
In my opinion, is good. Why not if the song is shocking? It is a good way to get difference at the competition.
I don't really think that that's the right answer, kind of, as that doesn't matter. Only what matters is quality. France, for example, they have chanson. That can be really called ethnic as well, kind of. That's their style, they invented it. They make it and it's really old school. Like, this is a combination of ethno and modern sound and charisma. It doesn't really matter what kind of song goes to Eurovision, whether ethno, modern, current, old school. Only what depends is that's the instant quality, the instant hook, kind of something which you can touch but you can't really describe. And Goa, you know, follows this formula.
Having folk or ethnic songs in Eurovision, in my opinion, is always a risk. Something that is understandable and native to one country might not be that easily understandable for others. However, I also see a lot of benefits of such songs in the contest, such as spreading cultural awareness, introducing those ethnic and interesting sounds to the whole Europe, and also I think those songs have better chance to stand out among the other more generic pop songs.
I adore folk songs. For me, it's like this is the whole contest should be about, to show our culture, like Polish, Ukrainian, etc., etc. For me, this is like the biggest point of this competition. I love to hear these traditional sounds, the traditional instruments. For me, even the best possible Ukrainian representation will be band Onnaco, that they made perfection with connecting the sound of modern and traditional instruments.
crazy, but in a good way. For me, this is going to the final, and it's coming in the top 15.
Я абсолютно уверена в том, что Украина займет одно из первых мест в полуфинале, таким образом пройдет в финал и там займет одно из мест первой десятки. Вот какое конкретно, зависит от сценического оформления номера и от того, насколько он будет отличаться от конкуренции. Хотя за все время своего участия Украина всегда представляла на Евровидении продуманное, качественное шоу, и, судя по клипу на песню «Шум», 2021 год не будет исключением из этого. Я думаю, что выступление запомнится не только рьяным фанатам конкурса, знающих все песни и всех участников заранее, но и людям, которые будут слушать песни абсолютно в первый раз.
I think competition will be tough, and predicting a result is not an easy task. However, I do believe a top 15 result is possible. I think the song has it all to stand out and attract attention from viewers.
I hope that Ukraine will qualify. I hope that Ukraine will get the place around 10th in the final. That would be good, but of course I hope it will be much better and it will be somewhere in top 5.
It's a full package, so it can either win or it will be top 10. It's already my winner.
Тож не пропустіть, 18-20 травня Євробачення в ефірі телеканалу СТБ та ЮА-1. На СТБ коментувати трансляцію вже за доброю традицією буде Сергій Притула. А ви надалі слідкуйте за нашим проектом на офіційних сторінках телеканалу СТБ. Побачимося з вами вже завтра.